I've met people who they said, the way I brought up my children was so unconscious. Maybe that's why they turned out the way they did, and then they feel terribly guilty. I can see why. But consciousness is now here for the child or the children. That's their challenge, was to have you as a father or mother. That's what life that's what life gave them. Life always gives you some form of limitation, and ultimately that is a good thing. Life gives you some form of limitation, and the limitation you got was your parents, for example. That was the case with me also. My parents were in continuous conflict and shouting and even physical violence. And that was my fate, to be born into that. And I was never at ease as a child. But that was all part of why eventually awakening happened. The suffering that started already there later became depression and anxiety and unhappiness. It was all part of that. And so it's fine. So if it was your child's destiny to have you as a father or mother, and it was your fate to act out unconscious behavior, which was not your choice. You were conditioned by your parents. They were conditioned by their parents. They were conditioned by their parents who lived in England, Italy, Greece, in a village, and acted out the same unconsciousness that your parents or you acted out in New York. They traveled with the immigrants across the ocean. They didn't leave themselves behind. They came with the self. And so to see, forgive yourself means to realize this is not who you are, and it was not who you are. If you see it now, that is the greatest gift you can give to the world, is to see it and be free of it now. And then you do whatever you can to help your children, but not to compensate for something, then you would go into some kind of reactive behavior. Of course you do, wherever you go, you help. And you help. The greatest help you can give is to bring your presence to another human being, whether it's your adult children or whoever it may be. Give them the gift of presence, the true presence. Not the presence of you, the person, the presence of you as consciousness. That is the gift. And then many things become healed in that. Things perhaps that you caused by your unconsciousness, which wasn't yours, it was human unconsciousness. You caused it. Not even that, to say that you caused it isn't quite correct. It came through you. The unconsciousness manifested through you. You weren't even there. Now you're there, because you are the presence, you are the consciousness. So it's absurd then to say, I did that. No, it's not that. And then you are forced for good in this world. You bring your presence. And if you can't help your children, you can help others. So there's no guilt then also, of course, is a thing where the identification with mind, emotional images is very strong. Guilt also has to be relinquished. Both blaming, which is putting it on others, and blaming yourself and feeling bad about yourself. You need to transcend both. Blaming others, blaming yourself. Both need to be transcended to be free, because as long as you blame, you're trapped in a mind structure, thought structure of who they are or who I am. I am bad. They are bad. That's responsibility. Your responsibility, if you want to use that word, is to be responsible for your state of consciousness at this moment. Your responsibility is to be present now. It's all you can ever be responsible for. Nothing had happened in the past. You can't take responsibility for that. You can be responsible for now, present. Then you are truly responsible in life. And to some extent, you even undo the past. You heal the past through your presence.